Hanuman Chalisa is the most popular composition of the great saint Goswami Tulsidas Ji Maharaj, who is the author of the Tulsi Creed Ramayana. Goswami Tulsidas Ji Maharaj composed Hanuman Chalisa when he was very sick. When did Goswami Tulsidas Ji Maharaj compose Hanuman Chalisa? When he was very sick. Today the world is sick. Therefore Hanuman Chalisa is for the entire world. It is said that he recovered from his illness when he sang the praise of Lord Hanuman. So he compiled it while he was sick, and he recovered through the chanting of the Hanuman Chalisa. The purpose of singing the glories of the Lord is to purify our speech and our mind. It is impossible to describe all His glories because His glories are infinite. There is no ending to His glories. And that is why we should chant those of His glories that are dear to us. For example, in Sundarkand, in the Tulsi Creed Ramayana, Goswami Tulsidas Ji Maharaj sings the glory of Hanumanji. Hari Om Namo Javam Maratutulya Vegam Jetendriyam Bodhimatam Varishyam Vatatmajam Vanarayoktamukhyam Shri Ramadutam Sharanam Prapadde. I salute the Son of the Wind God, the abode of immeasurable strength, possessing a body shining like a mountain of gold, a fire that consumes the forest of the demonic race, the foremost amongst the wise, a treasure house of every excellence, the chief of monkeys, and the Lord Sri Ram, noble devotee, Pavan Putra Hanuman. The first thing about Hanumanji that attracts our attention is his immeasurable strength. And his strength is demonstrated in the murtis. Like anybody going to the gym and they get 2-pack, 3-packs, 4-packs, 6-packs. You can see all the limbs of Hanuman, the whole entire body of Hanuman is packed with packs. it goes to show his strength is with great splendor. He is resplendent like a golden mountain. It is a rare quality. He uses his strength not to scare ordinary or weak people, but to destroy those who give trouble to saintly people. So his strength, you see, we can describe it. Like, in our village have a big tall fella, and he's strappy, strong. And when he walk in, everybody say, I am troubling that fella. He on this side of the road, I go on that side of the road. Hanumanji's strength is not to scare anyone, but he uses his strength to protect the saints from the demonic people. Therefore, he uses his strength to destroy the demonic qualities within us. The divine qualities can continue to exist within us. And anybody given trouble, if you are a trouble man, we then have to seek Hanuman, which is the power man. He is not only, or he has physical strength that shows the world, but in that strength, he demonstrates great love for the Lord. He is also considered a wise and noble soul. He is a jnani. His thoughts and words are pure. Because when Lakshmana asked Sri Ram, why have you chosen a monkey form, Banaru? Says, there are many reasons why. One of them is I don't want to be a lazy devotee towards my Lord. And the difference between Sri Hanuman and Lakshmana is Lakshmana had a human form and Hanumanji had a banar roop. Have you seen a monkey changing his clothing every day? Does he live in a house? Does he have a closet? Does he go to the expo? Shop for nice kurta? Therefore, he don't have to utilize time to go to shop. He don't have to utilize time to go and buy groceries. Therefore, he don't have to utilize any time to change clothing like Lakshman, like us. So, when you look at it, he is saving time. But the time he saved, he utilized that time to serve his Lord and Master. You never going on the road and you ask Safa, you say, boy, what are you doing? He said, killing time. That I'm time killing he. So the whole concept of his knowledge was to teach the world, do not waste time, for time is very short. So if we don't waste time and we are constantly in satsang, glorifying and praising Lord Hanuman, our thoughts, our words are going to be pure. The most admirable virtue of Sri Hanuman is his humility. A very strong word, a simple word, but strong. Humility. To be humble. To be kind. Hanumanji was humble to Sugriva. He was humble to Bibhishan. He was humble to Lankini. When Lankini approached him and said, "You cannot enter the city of Lanka. I will eat you up for my food." But then he had to be humble. And he dealt her with one fist. And as she tumbled over and over, she was reminded through the humility of Hanumanji that the Rakshas race is coming to an end. So sometimes you have to be very humble and strike back. In that humility of striking back will cause those who are sleeping to wake up. Uttishtata Jagrata. Arise and awake, O man, for time is very short. Ravana was strong, but he had pride. Hanuman was strong, but he had humility. So you can have strength, and it could be of great use, as well as it could be of no use. You could be very strong, and you're a humble person. And you could be very strong and you're full of pride. Such a person does not really command any respect. Ravana did not command any respect. He was very disrespectful to the Lord Sri Ram. Hanumanji was very respectful to the Lord Sri Ram. Sri Hanumanji was loved and respected by all and was truly the king of all the monkeys. Lord Rama was very dear to Hanumanji because of his humility and his love for Sri Ram. We also can say that Sri Hanumanji is the favorite devotee of Lord Rama. When one has love for the Lord in turn embraces such a devotee in 1,000 ways. And I repeat that. When one has love for the Lord in turn embraces such a devotee in 1,000 ways. This is very important, to have love for God. And Hanumanji, having love for the Lord Sri Ram, he served him every moment of his life. Sri Hanumanji brought a new life to the entire world. He helped Sugriva to get rid of his fear from his brother Bali, and he inspired Bibhishan to leave the wicked Ravana and surrender to the feet of the Lord Sri Ram. He caused Vibhishan to see the Lord face to face with bhakti. He saved the life of Mother Sita by conveying the message of the Lord to her. He brought the Sajivani plant and he saved the life of Lakshmana. And after the war, he proceeded back to Ayodhya, much before the Lord Sri Ram, and conveyed the message of the Lord's arrival to Bharat, who was about to give up his physical coil. So, my dear devotees, we look at the service that Hanumanji gave, not only to Sri Ram, but to Sugriva. Sugriva was in great distress. He gave inspiration to Vibhishan, who was born in the demonic race. But that doesn't mean to say because Vibhishan was born in a demonic race, he would not be accepted by the Lord. In the demonic race, Vibhishan was chosen because he had bhakti to Sri Ram. As I often do say, it doesn't matter how tall or short you may be, how rich or how poor you may be. It is your bhakti that counts. And Sri Ram declared this in Shivari Katha. That he recognized not caste, nor strength, nor position, nor class, if there is no bhakti. Vibhishan was freed from Ravana because of Hanumanji. And then he conveyed and saved, he conveyed the message to Mother Sita, and he saved her life. So he gave life to Sita Mata. He gave life to Lakshmana. And he gave life to Bharat. Why that said Hanumanji would not give us life? If he could have saved all of them, he would not save us. But do we know that Lord Hanuman is still on this planet Earth? Have we recognized the presence of Hanumanji? So then we have no reason to call no one else except Hanumanji, because he is going to bring that Sajivani and give us life. If Goswami Tulsidas Ji Maharaj was a sick man and he compiled the 40 verses of the Hanumana Chalisa and he was recovered, why we cannot do the same? Hanumana Chalisa talks of the glories of Sri Hanuman. It has been sung with great love and devotion. You just don't chant Hanumana Chalisa and just utter it like a parrot. You must put great love, prema and bhakti in it. It doesn't matter if your voice croaking, It doesn't matter if you cannot sing well. But in singing the Hanumana Chalisa, you have to ensure that there is great Mahaprem or Bhakti, love and devotion. Some people chant it as they daily pray. It is believed that by chanting Hanumana Chalisa 7 times or 100 times, our illness, adversity, or distress is removed. Some people believe Saturday and Tuesdays to be the day dedicated to Sri Hanuman, and that is the day they will chant Hanumana Chalisa. Hanumanji was born on a Tuesday. But when he went to Mother Sita, she said to him in her distress, when he gave her the message and he gave her life, she said, this day is Mangal. Mangal also means auspicious. So any day that you choose, any moment that you choose that is auspicious to chant Hanuman Chalisa or perform the puja of Hanuman, it can be done. When Mother Sita said that this day is Mangal, she did not even know what day of the week it was. So one devotee came and said, Baba, I do security work. The only day I get off is a Wednesday. And I know I would not be able to do Durga Mata Puja, Hanuman Baba Puja. I could only do Ganesh Baba Puja and Satnarayan Baba Puja. I said, who told you that? He said, everybody telling me that. I said, so when would you do their puja? He said, well, I don't know. It's when I find another job and I have more time. I said, well, here, Tuesday or Saturday you have to do Hanuman puja. Durga puja is done on a Monday or Friday. Shiv puja is done on a Monday, a Friday or a Thursday. I say, so you have to do puja whole week. I say, why don't you take a whole week off and start do Pachmukhi Hanuman puja on Tuesday, Wednesday do Ganesh puja, Thursday do Guru puja, Friday do Lakshmi, Durga, Saraswati Mata, Kali Devi puja, Saturday do Satyanarayan puja, and Sunday, only Sunday could do Suryanarayan puja, so Sunday do Suryanarayan puja. And I'll come all the days and I will do your puja. He said, Baba, how can I pay you? said, well, then let me make it into a capsule. Take all the puja and do it on the Wednesday that you're off. And I'm going to work for everything. He said, Baba, you're sure it's right? I say, here what? The people who are telling you it's not right, are they pundits? He said, no. I said, well, I am a pundit. I am telling you it's right. Look, tonight we are saying from the text that any time that is auspicious, you worship the Lord. Going to the temple and chanting Hanuman Chalisa bring great joy and happiness to us. Thus we see that this great composition of Goswami Tulsidas Ji Maharaj has become a part of the culture and religious belief of the entire world. Through the length and breadth of this world, Hanuman Baba is being worshipped and his Chalisa is being sung. So, you will hear we say we are going to chant Shri Hanuman Chalisa. So, Shri is a title given to Hanumanji. It is like a cup with a handle. Like you say, Pandit Ji, Swami Ji, Doctor Ji. But the word Chalisa carries a great meaning. And there is a word which is Chalis. Ek, do, well we can go two. Alright. Ek, do, teen, char, paँच, छः, आठ, नौ, दस, ग्यारह, बारह, तेरह, and so on until we reach Chalis. Chalis is how much in Hindi? 40. And that is why Goswami Tulsidas Ji says it's Shri Hanuman Chalisa. It is the 40 verses dedicated to Lord Hanuman. So when you hear the word Chalisa, it is 40. Chalis is 40. So 40 verses dedicated to Lord Hanuman. How many verses? I don't know why he didn't make it into 100. They are more lazy, they would not even chant it. This composition has 40 verses. Those who are familiar with the glories of the Ramayana know the greatness of Hanuman. As we read individual verses in detail, we shall appreciate his virtue like love, devotion, service, and the strength of Hanumanji. In conclusion with my katha tonight, in life it is almost impossible for a person to remain free from blemish. Now, anybody who wasn't blamed wrongfully for anything in life, raise hands. Raise your hand. So which means every one of you were blamed wrongfully So we are not free from blemishes. Whether right or wrong, criticism and accusations are levied against everyone. Well, I could tell you about that because I have first-hand experience. If no Pandit in Trinidad know about all these type of things, criticism and all these blemishes, you come to me, I could tell you, I could write a book about it. None can escape this. Even Lord Rama and his divine mother Sita were not spared. You know, one day, Sri Ram sent, after returning to Ayodhya, he sent his dutas to ensure that all is well in Ayodhya. And one of the agents of Bhagwan Sri Ram heard the dhobi, the washerman, beating the dhobin, the washerwoman. And after beating her, you know what he said? If you leave this house and go, and you feel I go be like Ram, to come back and look for you is a mistake you're making. My dear devotees, even the dhobi washed his mouth on Sri Ram. My dear devotees, none of us are spared from that. People even who don't know you, who don't even know anything about your life, they wash them out on you. And the polyanda is true. Don't mind after they had to come back to you. Sri Ram was not spared. Mother Sita was not spared. Up to this day, you will hear people talking. Why do you think Sri Ram had to put her into the fire when she was taken away from Ashok Batika? He wanted to know if she was pure. So when she went into the fire, and the fire didn't burn her, he then knew that Ravan had no interference with Sita. My dear devotees, that knowledge is so poor and it is tasteless. And when devotees who call themselves devotees of Sri Ram make such statements, know that they don't even know about the glories of the Lord Sri Ram. You remember when Sri Ram sent Lakshmana in the forest to get some fruits? And then he called Sita Maya and he asked her to take the Maya roop. So she had to enter into the fire, take the Maya roop and leave the Satya roop with Agni Dev. Don't you remember that? My dear devotees, if I choose to leave something with you, when I return, where do you expect me to come back for it? Not to you. You know, it had two brothers. And one of the brother, which is the elder brother, saw the smaller brother had a chocolate. The smaller brother hid the chocolate. The bigger brother went and ate the chocolate. Next day, the smaller brother started to look for the chocolate. He said, but the chocolate gone. The bigger brother started to help the smaller brother look for the chocolate. Devotees of God, when Maya Sita Devi went into Agni Dev and left the truthful form and she took the Maya root, then that was the only form Ravana could have hurried. He could have taken. Not for one moment Ravana could have ever touched that Shakti Devi Sita. Because that Shakti Devi Sita is like 1,000,000,000,000 times more powerful than high tension wire on the Eastern Main Road. He dare not touch that. So Sri Ram had to give him something to take in order to destroy him. So my dear devotees, if Sri Ram ordered Sita to leave the Satya Roop into the fire, where would he ask her to go back and take the Satya Roop to return back to Ayodhya? Not into the fire? So what test was that? It was no test. So my dear devotees, if up to this day people is still washing their dirty linen in the middle of the road with the name of Sri Ram, if he was God, why he put back Sita into the fire? Very uneducated. They don't read. You know, from the time you hear them say that, you know that they don't read and don't understand. They're probably reading, but they don't understand the knowledge. No one can escape this. Even Lord Rama and the Divine Mother Sita was not spared. Lord Rama was an incarnation of righteousness, and the Adi Shakti Sita was the personification of purity. They were also unfairly blamed and criticized. But there is one character in the Ramayana who is above all criticism. That is Sri Hanuman. He is indeed great as he remained totally free from all faults and blemishes. And that is why he says, Bhuta pichasa nikat nahi aave. Sing after me. Bhuta pichasa nikat nahi aave. Mahabir jab naam sunave. Go ahead. Ye bhuta pichasa nikat nahi aave. Bolo. Hare bhuta pichasa nikat nahi aave. Hare Mahabir jab naam sunave ho Mahabir Hare nashay rog hare sab peera nashay rog hare sab peera nashay rog hare sab peera Pavan Putra Hanuman ki Jai. He who is without blemish, without fault, let us call upon him to remove our blemishes and our faults. Let him cleanse us, purify us, and become wholesome. And my friends, on Saturday, as early as 6 p.m., as you see, a beautiful murti of Karya Siddh Hanuman is here. Devotion will be done. But you must come with your love and devotion. This place is going to be packed to capacity. The streets will be flooded with vehicles. But the devotee heart must be flooded with love and devotion for Hanumanji. You bring along whatever offerings you may wish. It could be in the form of prasad, which is Mahan Bhog, rot, chana, coconut, bananas, whatever. But you must bring a dry coconut to break. You know why a dry coconut? How many of you know why you offer coconut to Hanuman Baba? In most of the pictures you will see there is a broken coconut in the picture. You know, when we go to Chauka and you see the Mahant and them offer the coconut and they break in the coconut, they say, well, you know, that isn't their religion to break coconut. My dear devotees, breaking of coconut and offering of coconut has been from time immemorial. When you have your puja, put a dry coconut in every one of your prasad and rest it on your bedi and then break all after. But you never in the habit, it was never taught to you, but look in every picture. Go home and you will see there is a broken coconut in every picture. Mean to say, a dry coconut should be offered in every share of your prasad. Coconut is a symbol of the ego within us. Inside is soft and sweet. You break a coconut and it is very white inside. And when you start to chew it, what you just get? The coconut milk. Let it cook palms and then put that. Shata in there, put that. They put in it in Bahaji. I don't know how they start to make coconut curry yet. Curry coconut. Now I say that, you go see somebody go try it. But when we offer that coconut to Lord Hanuman, the outside of that coconut is hard and rough. So we are offering everything unto Lord Hanuman. That which is soft, which is sweet, which is rough, and which is hard. Our whole being. And then that coconut will be broken. We'll break that coconut. And when we break the coconut to Lord Hanuman, we break the ego hold that we have on us. So the ego comes to size. But you could break the coconut and have even more bad mind, So come at a coconut and just breaking the coconut and make no sense, Is understanding why you come in with the coconut, why you're going to break the coconut, and why Hanumanji is going to give you his blessings. You see, he has his right hand already giving the blessings. So when you break the coconut, he blesses you. And when he blesses you, you become free from miseries and difficulties and unhappiness.